I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
Okay, now it's starting to record episode 7, like tryouts number 52. Oh my god, Nikki.
Right? Take action.
I
Cut. Oh my god. What the hell is wrong with StreamYard lately? Ugh.
Let's try this one.
All right.
In a world where time
Leyland.
stretches, can we define the aging process? Can we stay youthful as the years goes by?
Looks great.
Introducing the power of staying youthful even we grow older. Witness the transformation of a lifetime as youthfulness becomes a way of life. As my daughter blossomed into a remarkable young woman, I discovered a secret. Growing alongside her, I found the fountain of youth within our bond. Together, we have become companions in the journey of staying forever young. Can we keep up with the energy spirit of our children as they grow? I choose to stay fit, to play games, and embrace the vitality of life. Join us in the quest for youthful energy and endless adventures. Welcome to a journey of youthful living. Let us create a lasting legacy together. Join us as we unlock the power of staying youthful and make our dreams come true. Embrace the beauty of transformations and start living your most youthful life today. Do you want to turn your dreams into reality? It all started with our health. Hi everyone, my name is Berlin from a beautiful country, Malaysia. I have a mission to share, a mission to help people to live young, stay healthy and youthful. We all have dreams and aspirations, but without a good health, they may remain outreach. Through my own journey, I have discovered the secret of living young. Embrace the power of youthful mindsets and a healthy lifestyle. When we prioritize our well-being, we unlock the energy, vitality, and the resilience needed to pursue our passions and overcome obstacles. When we take charge of our health, we lay a good foundation to the life that we envision, a life filled with purpose, joy, and endless possibilities. I share my own story to inspire you to embark on your own path of staying youthful and living a healthy life. Together, let's build a community that we can support and uplift each other in achieving our dreams or nurturing our well-being. Join me in prioritizing our health, living young, and making our dreams a reality. Let's create a legacy that can impact life. Thank you for joining me in this incredible journey. Let's embrace the power of staying youthful, living healthy, and making all our dreams come true.
She's cute.
In a world where time
She is so cute, right? Like, that was cute.
She is cute. She looks really young. Did you see? She had a video the other day on LinkedIn. And our brother Timothy, he is too cute. I mean, sorry, Tim, I know you're a guy and I should be calling you cute and stuff because you are all like buff and stuff with your push-ups. But like seriously, dude, I was so blown away that you used the gadget and you were like, I was like, wow.
Yeah, no,
So
we have
I could use some of that for my 3 necks.
No, so I'm actually embarking as a business partner with Leyland. But that's why I'm using it first before I'm selling it, because I want to make sure that if I put my name on it, it's something that works, right?
Cool.
And not just like do that. So I've been using it for I'd say about a month now, And I do see that my dead skin cells does go out with it. My next buy and purchase, because they're not cheap, but my next purchase is going to be this, like all of this extra. So there's a machine that actually helps with this. So I don't have to, like people will cut themselves for surgery. I don't want to do that. So this one is just a machine that takes off the fat. So that's my next stop. And if that works, I'm like, sister, let's go. Like, yeah.
You could not cut it off and you could just stay like me. How many lines do I got there? 2, 300?
I have 1 line. I hate it. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh God.
She looks really good for, a woman at her age. Like she looks very young and she found the youthful way. So it's time to do that for us too, why not?
It's so important to take care of your health. And me, you know me, I'm like the most unhealthy person.
It's inspiring though. It's inspiring. So I think we're gonna let's just do Samantha right now.
Hi, my name is Samantha Sierra, and I'm the host of upcoming podcast Phoenix Forged. The podcast will delve into stories of people who have experienced and overcome trauma because, well, that's my story. See, at the age of 12, my parents divorced. And a little while later, my mom moved nearly 600 miles away. I was the oldest of 4. And what else was I supposed to do? I stepped up. I helped my dad any way that I could. Helped him around the house, helped him cook dinner. Some of them were bad. But helped the kids with their homework and anything else that a mom would do. So I grew up really fast. By the age of 14, I decided to move with my mom. And that's where some trauma happened. A good amount of trauma happened. See, she was in an abusive relationship. Initially, it was just emotional and psychological, but eventually it turned physical. And I just didn't want to be in the environment. But my sister with me. And I felt like I needed to protect her. So I stayed. And I met a boy who had a car. And it was my opportunity to get out of the situation every once in a while. What I didn't know was that I would be gaslit, that I would be made to believe that I was less than, that I didn't fit some perfect vision. And that damaged me for a really long time, like a decade long. I eventually moved back home. About a year later, I was 15. And by that time, I'd already kind of grown dark, but I wore a mask because I didn't want anybody to see. And then I met another boy. And he was so different. He was kind and he was caring. And by 17, we had our first son. And it was hard. Oh man, it was hard. But I was determined to not drop out of school, even though I was a junior in high school. So I went to day school and I did my senior credits at night. And I walked across the stage 4 months pregnant and earned my high school diploma a year early. I'm now 37 and I have a year left in my college degree because it's never too late to accomplish your dreams, to reach for those goals and to just live your best life. I say it all the time. Your past doesn't define your future. You do. I became comfortable with mediocrity. But not anymore. I married that boy that made me a mom at 17. We've been together now 20 years. He's my number one supporter. He makes me feel alive. Now I've found purpose. And my purpose is sharing my story and showing people that your past doesn't mean that you don't get to have a future. Your past doesn't define who you become. You can take charge. And by sharing my story and by sharing my experiences, I hope to inspire others. I hope to let people know that if I can do it, so can you. Together, we'll rise.
Well, you already know I'm a Sam fan, so forget that. Not only did I have the pleasure of meeting her in person, we had a smashing time. I think we talked, and I'm pretty sure the appetizers got cold and we didn't finish them. And then afterwards, we went out in the parking lot in front of TGI Fridays, and we jumped on live for like just 2 minutes to say hi. And it was so great. I mean, I watched them. Oh my God. Is there anything this girl isn't doing? I mean, like, Crank Up the Leadership is awesome, but now she's off doing her own thing. And I love her Phoenix. I don't know if you've seen her graphic of her Phoenix and her banner, but it is just amazing. So she is extremely inspiring. I got married in 20 and had my son at 21, so I can only imagine 17. So good for her. And Sam, you keep going, girl. In another year, you're going to have your degree, girl. I'm so proud of you.
She goes to SNHU. She does. And I'm so, like, I was happy. And I'm like, wait, how come I haven't met her? And I'm like, I haven't seen Sam at SNHU. But she's getting her bachelor's degree right now. And I'm going to push her to get her master's. She could totally do it because the way she's going for it and she's really moving forward where she wants. So I'm super proud of her. I'm so glad that she entered and she's inspiring the world through her stories. I love that very much.
So now Tom could say, I know somebody up in SNHU. I know a faculty member.
All right, so let's do Abimbola.
Hello, hi. My name is Abimbola. I'm a creative content writer and I'm a storyteller. I just want to thank God. My life has been an ending stream of the miraculous. I grew up in a very wonderful family. I'm the first, the only girl out of 3 children, and we were brought up in the way of the Lord. Some years back, I had a setback in my own personal life, and I felt everything was going to crumble. I had no hope of a bright future, but thanks to my parents and my brothers who ran it down, they had my back. They made me see that there's a bright future ahead of me, and thank God I'm here today. And one of the people that inspired me the most is my mom. Though she was sick some years back, but she bounced back. She was so strong, even in that situation. I see her and I get inspired by her. She's always encouraging, inspiring. She doesn't think, she doesn't worry. She's very, very, and there's something about her I don't know, but I learn a lot from her. She inspires me every day. She is my greatest inspiration. Her smile, her words of encouragement has kept me till today. And I thank God for her. I've learned to inspire myself through words of inspiration, the word of God, music. I love music. Anytime I'm down, I just feel, especially spiritual songs, and I just sing, and I feel better. Um, and I get inspired also by reading. Yes, I read now, unlike before. I take time to study my work, learn from courses that I take, that I'm taking presently, practicing to make myself a better version. And I inspire other people through true affirmations and words of encouragement, because that's what I have for now. I can only reach a number of people in terms of finances, and that is here in Nigeria, just a couple and a family, and one particular person that I just sent talking to. But I pray to be very rich because I want to make great impact. I want to take care of myself, take care of my family, and impact people, lives. I want to make great impact in the lives of people, reach out to orphanages, community development programs, NGOs. That's my desire, that's my prayer, and I believe it's going to come to pass. So, what I want to say is, looking at my life today, I'm grateful that I didn't give up. And I want to implore anyone listening, never give up. Learn to be grateful for where you are, what you have. Don't envy nobody, and don't compare yourself to anybody. You are all on a different journey. We are all going to get to our destination. It doesn't matter how long. It doesn't matter. Once you don't give up, you'll definitely get there. I'm a work in progress. I thank God for my life. I thank God for the progress I've made so far. And I want to implore you to also learn to seize opportunities when they come, because you can never know which is going to work out. And learn to see possibilities in every opportunity. Your life is great. Your future is bright. Always believe that. And look always at the brighter side of life. So do have yourself a very wonderful day. Bye.
Aww. She's so positive. I can barely hear her though.
Yeah, I could barely hear, but would you believe that Bula and I were not connected? Literally like 2 days ago, I sent her a DM. I'm like, girl, do you realize that like we're moving in the same circles, engaging with each other on the same live shows? Yeah, we're not connected. She was like, what? You know,
Me
it's
too.
so funny.
Yeah, we're not connected. I was like, wait, Bula, we're connected. What?
Well, we are now. But I don't think you realize that, like, you meet somebody on a live show and you're very like, you identify with them, and you mean to, and then somehow you don't, and then you realize like months down the line. But what I really, really like about Amabula is that she exudes so much gratitude in everything she says. That underlying tone of just simply being thankful is there, and I think that that's what makes her such a beautiful person.
Yeah, it does. I'm going to, and also for her to not give up, and she's surrounded and supported by her family. That really resonated with me too a lot, because without friends and family, sometimes we just fall apart. Debbie Hansen, I think, sent me this video, but it's like an hour and 2 minutes. So we're just gonna watch for the first 3-4 minutes of it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm Debbie from the Flora May Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. I am the founder and CEO, and I'm here to give you a little background about what we do, what we've done, and what we've achieved. Our mission is in helping families in crisis, from infants to 20-something-year-olds, to substance abuse, bullying, self-harm, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. And at the other end of the spectrum, we have newborn, innocent babies who are in the hospital fighting for their lives. If you're a parent and have raised children through their teenage years, you probably have a very good idea of the obstacles that kids come across. There's an array of reasons we're trying to keep the family units together. Children's Hospital of Orange County, we support them as well. One of the more exciting programs we have, Working Women Winning, or WWW as we call it. I'm not sure which is shorter. It's an 8-week work preparedness upskilling program for women. We can have at least 40 to 50 students per class. Our pilot program proved we were 98%. That's 98% successful. The only thing holding us back is funding. We cannot expand to neighboring counties until we find funding. Once our cause creates more awareness, I know we will, it's only a matter of time. By the end of 2023, we could be serving all of our neighboring counties: Riverside, San Diego, Los Angeles, Ventura, etc. I'm not a fan of self-promotion, but we've received an immense amount of awards. The American Business Award for 2022's Outstanding Nonprofit.
Yes, Debbie.
I hope I've given you some idea of what we do and how much we value your support.
That was nice, just to kind of see what she does and what she does for her community on the ground, and not just about, you know, helping other women with mental. She's doing the job, the kid, the bullying, the, you know, suicide, the everything. It's so amazing, and she's doing it on ground in her neighborhood, you know. So now you
Yeah,
get to
it
what
touched
Flora.
on everything.
Yeah,
And like you say, in her neighborhood, it starts with community. You know, a lot
yeah,
of people go global and they don't focus on their immediate surroundings. And you could just step outside and look to the left and right of you, and you're always going to find somebody that needs some sort of a help. So that's I got so engrossed in the story. A really, really great story.
yeah. I love it. All right, so this is our sister Hannah.
Hello. You know, Hina was not a trainer, not a consultant, not a speaker at day first. She was not working with any of the organizations, nationally or internationally, initially. But you'll be surprised what took her to here. The journey is long, but the answer is very short. Her self belief and inspiration from others and role models took her to here. So when she decided to become a speaker, to become a trainer and consultant, and she worked on herself in regard to particular context where she was born, because she was born in an underprivileged area. She was really inspired by a lady who was from the same background, and she was a lady of principle and values, and she worked a lot for the community, and her name was Nas Parveen. So after that inspiration, she took her as a role model, and she pledged herself that she will provide every help in every sport to the community in Pakistan and outside the Pakistan, wherever in the world she goes, wherever in the world she works, in empowering the people. So she decided to set a goal for herself, and her goal is to really make this world a prosperous place to live in, despite any challenge. She will provide any sort of help to the people. She will support the people through her trainings, development programs, speaking, and whatever she can do to empower others. So there's a small story of empowerment. One day she was sitting in her drawing room and she got a text at WhatsApp that, "Thank you so much for doing this march for us, and thank you so much for making us learn how to empower others." And, you know, under this statement, there were many pictures of a school, of a stitching school, who was opened by her, one of the trainee she trained 3 years ago, from a very underprivileged area. So she was really inspired, to the courage, to the will, through whatever she did, that she should contribute her efforts to the community and society more and more. If she can teach and she can train a young girl to open a stitching and knitting school in a very underprivileged area, she can do a bundle of efforts for people in cities and different countries. So she decided to do more and more. She has trained almost more than 10,000 women on empowerment, especially economic empowerment, through entrepreneurship program. And she has trained a bundle of people from professional background and in their personal lives, and individually, one-on-one consultancies. And she has been empowering the people to whatever she can do for anybody in any part of the world. Her goal is very simple, and her goal is to make this world prosperous to whatever she can contribute to the prosperity. And every day, this is not the one story, every day she gets a bundle of messages on her official platforms at Facebook, at LinkedIn, at Instagram, and not Twitter, but Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. That she has empowered them through counseling them, through guiding them, through training them, through providing facilitation for their economic benefits, and through whatever she can do for the community. And thank you so much. This is Hina, this is me, and I'm in front of you. I was not the trainer, speaker, and consultant at Day First, but my self-belief took me here to stand out in every part of the world. Thank you so much.
Aww, I love Sister Hannah. She's actually a really good trainer. She taught 2 months ago business communication around the world, and she's very interactive and she's really great. That's one thing I love.
And I love how she keeps reinforcing self-belief, because that is so important. It is our limiting beliefs that hold us back.
It is, because we
a strong message.
Yeah,
such a strong message.
This is our sister Jackie, and she is an educator.
Hi, my name is Jackie Scully. I am an educator. I'm a podcaster with the podcast The Teacher Story. I'm also an education reform and teacher advocate. And I am nominating myself for this 50 Inspirational Connections that Dr. Leyland is running through her Level Up Academy. Amazing project. And so I'm going to share a little bit about my story, and then I will share my screen to show you a presentation about some of my work and vision for education in the future that I presented at the AERO conference in New York, which is Alternative Education Resource Organization. I always worked with kids growing up, and I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I had the wonderful opportunity to teach in Hawaii for 5 years. I've taught in China in a summer camp. I've taught in public, charter, and independent schools. I'm currently at an independent school. And it's a deep, deep passion, and it's my life's work. So with the pandemic and everything that I saw many teachers, including myself, go through, and then the whole movement of teacher transitioning and feeling this real pain and burnout, and difficult decisions teachers had to make to leave their profession, some that were in it for 20 plus years. I felt this calling to create a space, a platform for teachers to share their voice, and not necessarily all transitioning teachers, but just people within the field who maybe feel voiceless, who feel they don't have a space, where no one really listens to them. And before the news and politics got involved and blowing things up about why teachers are leaving, I wanted to have this platform, such as a podcast, to elevate their voices, to inspire people to want to listen to educators and those in education and hear about their journey, why they got into this work, and whether they're in it or not, but what are their ideas and vision for education. And to me, highlighting everyday people that have wonderful ideas and passion for their community and elevating them and bringing them to a platform that is, worldwide. I now have my podcast is aired internationally in many countries. I've had teachers on from various countries, and to empower them so they don't feel like I have a vision that
wonder what happened to
healthy human beings who are so in love with life that they just want to pour their heart out to their communities and give back. Because when we fill up our children with light and love, they're going to bring it back tenfold to our communities. It is one of the most worthwhile investments moving forward in education and in society in general is to support our children fully. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit about what I was sharing at this conference. Dignity and education for all. Teachers and students are the leaders in education reform. And this is my podcast template here. I talked a little bit about that. And this came out of a group I was part of this winter 2023 called Big Change Makers. My stand is I stand for dignity, freedom, joy, and community for myself and all others. And I asked, what is your stand? Because I think your stand, more than just something you want to do, is part of who you are. It's in the fabric of who you are. And this is what drives my whole mission in my whole life and in education. My audacious objective is I am committed to creating an educational system in America that elevates all voices, treats faculty and staff and students with dignity, allows for space to create and come together in community, and gives freedom to all to create a passionate and abundant life. These were some ideas that I gathered from people in the conference. It was a very collaborative effort, not just me presenting. This is about my podcast and my mission with really elevating teacher voices and, talking about these concerns and ideas on the podcast. I've had it for over a year. It's growing. And this is also what's leading me to writing my book. I will come out with a second book probably later in 2024 that will focus mainly on these narratives, on these stories on the podcast. So that's me and my mission. And I would love to leave an impact of just creating joy and flourishing humans who love life and give back to their community. Because at the end of the day, it's all about interconnectedness, and it's all about us taking care of each other and being able to thrive. So thank you, Dr. Leyland. Thank you for this opportunity. And I give you all, love and light into your community. And I will hopefully be able to connect with some of you on LinkedIn or other spaces, and have a great day. Bye.
Aw, Jackie is so cute. I love her so much. I met her in person, she came down here and she's from New Jersey.
That's awesome.
I know. I can't believe that she is also doing a podcast and she's also an educator. So I love that.
Yeah, you're everything in education. And our sister Christine. And, now Christine is working on something exciting with Kristen Nori.
Yeah.
And I love being a part of that tribe where, the emphasis is on education, and not boring education, but fun education.
Yeah.
If you're not in the scope of education, as I'm not, it's wonderful to be surrounded by friends like that, because you constantly want to level up. I wonder who wants me to level up.
Yeah. This one is Aluku.
Good day, everyone. My name is Alukumaiwa James. I'm a final-year student of Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, Okitipupa, Ondo State, Nigeria. A statistics student, the Department of Mathematics, an animator. Thank you, Dr. Constance, for this opportunity. It really means a lot to me. So who inspired me? I was being inspired during my serious period, that student industrial work experience. So that which I did at Abuja, Nigeria. And during those time, I was being open to life matter. I worked with company, I worked with NGSA, that's Nigerian Geological Survey Agency. So they taught us a lot and opened our eyes to many things. So during those times, I discovered that there's a lot more I need to do and I need to add value to myself. That's how I was being inspired and I started going for online course. So then I took a data analysis course online and I tried to continue, but on the way I discovered that my PC could not be able to build those software that they are using for the data analysis. Who inspired me? Although I inspired myself due to the environment I'm living in. I was being open to many things, and by then I see a lot of people that are living well. So I inspire myself and have a great focus to work hard and achieve a better thing. What is my story? So here is my story. After I stopped the data analyst, I go for animation. I will just read my phone just to check something, and I just see the stuff, the AQ skill animation. So I go for it. I just take the amount there, just very few months. So I build this stuff and I run it. As I begin to run it, I started developing a new appetite for the animation. No, it's not my course of study. I've not been there before. So I started doing it and running. But it gets to a time too that I couldn't continue because some of the software being used for the animation too, my PC has no power to withstand those things, their requirements. How am I inspired? So I continue, like I have this desire due to that I was being exposed to a lot of things. My story goes on. I still continue to look for how I can get.
Oh, his internet went down. He's stuck.
To targeted audience. So these are the advantage of animation. First one, it helps to break down the intricate idea. It will break it down to a simplified form. It communicates your message clearly to your target audience. It can be displayed on different social media platforms, on channel, on Instagram, on even website. As an animator, how we collaborate with your organization, with you, how we understand your vision and the vision of the organization you are working for, and how we make sure I bring all your vision to life through the power of the magic of animation. Thank you.
I love it. I love that he's inspired by his own story and himself based on hardship, and that he took courses to be a graphic designer like Christian. And I talked to his audio room before on Sundays, and just to get to let them know that sometimes the way to sell your services is not being pushy, but showing the value that you're giving through your services. And I think there's a lot of people that get inspired by that, and because of Christian, because he's a good listener, and now he's actually an inspiration to other people because he's a good listener. So I can't believe it. We are done on this one, and we've been trying to get this done. And then next week is our last week, and that's it. We're done.
I know 50 amazing people. When we started the project, who knew where it would have gone? And I'm just so happy to have the opportunity to put those people out there. And I know that those people who reach out to us all the time are so happy to have been given the opportunity. And that was the best part of this project. Everybody got a chance to own their story.
Yeah, and share whatever that they want as part of their 5 minutes, right? Like 5 minutes, you got 5 minutes to show who you are. So then that way your community can see. And then, of course, after this, we got to keep leveling up, Nick. The Global Summit is our next stop,
Global
right?
Summit is the next stop. Yep, this train doesn't stop moving. God alone knows where we're going to be by Christmas.
I don't know. Jingle bell. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you partnering up with this crazy lady here with her ideas and projects.
My pleasure. My pleasure. So thank you.
I'll see you next week, people. Bye.
Bye.
Out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. go.